Here we have a Taotao 110 children's ATV. This one is currently on a battery charger and will be used for demonstration on the proper tutorial of starting and shutting off for storage. This is a safety brake, parking brake. This is the operating position. This would be locked back into starting position. In order to start this quad, this has to be locked back in this position, or the start button will not turn the motor over. People forget this and then think their quad is broken before realizing they don't have the parking brake engaged. So before you start, engage the parking brake. Turn the key from off to on. Located under the left fender is the petcock for the fuel and the choke switch. We are going to go ahead and flip this choke in the up position to engage it. We are also going to open the petcock so that the fuel can enter the carburetor. With the key in the run position, we can now put the starter switch in the operating position. So this is run, this is off. We want it in the run position. With it now in the run position, we can push the starter button. When setting the quad up for winter storage, the whole mindset of it is to get the fuel out of the carburetor. And in doing so, we can do it a couple different ways. One, we can just ride it until the gas tank's completely empty for the day and not refill it. And then we know that, hey, it died from no fuel, so obviously there's no fuel in the carburetor, and it's safe for storage. Another way of doing it is to, when the quad shut off and we turn our petcock off, is to pull the fuel line off the petcock on the side approaching the carburetor. Don't do it on the side between the petcock and the gas tank, or you're going to have a mess. We will drain that and get the fuel out of the carb. There is a screw on the bottom of the carb with a drain port to unscrew. A little bit more intensive. Or we can take and turn the petcock into the off position where it currently is and allow the quad to run. You can ride it, you could just let it idle until it dies. You've ran it out of gas. There's still fuel in the gas tank, but there's none in the carburetor, so it's no longer allowed to, couldn't run. The location of the fuel filter is right here, right beside it, and it's clear, so you can see the amount of fuel that's in there. If there's fuel inside there, then we're going to want to drain it. If there's not, mission accomplished. Old fuel that sits inside of a carburetor varnishes, and it gums up the jets, sticky float, so forth. Over time, erodes away on the carburetor, makes it hard to start, doesn't run as good. And so to keep this in tip-top shape, we want to get all the fuel out of it. And those are 3 ways of doing so. Another item outside of the fuel system that will need to be maintained is the battery. If you neglect or fail to do so, by springtime you will be needing a new battery. Sometimes they will take a charge, sometimes they won't. Majority of the time they won't. They're a little small, simple little battery. They're not expensive. They're around $20. So it's up to you. One thing you can do is throw it on a battery tender throughout the winter time, and it will triple charge the battery and maintain it throughout the storage. If not, you can remove the battery or leave it in there, throw a charger on it from time to time, keep the strength up on the battery. The battery will go bad on extended periods of times of being neglected and not messed with. The battery is located underneath the seat. To get to it, you will hit the zinc-plated little bracket that's down there, lift up on it, and there it is. Charge it, remove it, replace it, whatever it may be, that's where it's located. Shutting the quad off from here is as simple as a reverse sequence. Off, and then we shut the key off to keep the battery from draining. Now, with the fuel system completely drained, the ATV is ready to be stored for the winter. This will conclude the start and shut off storage procedure for a Taotao ATV 110cc.